Hello, I'm Daniel Bird, and welcome to my AT1B video presentation on the global teacher. A core component of Australia's teaching profession is the continued development of teaching, whether it's the strategies by which we teach or the content itself. To develop the teaching profession in line with social, cultural, and technological developments of a globalized society, we must first understand what it is to be a global teacher. It is only when we have an informed definition of global teacher we are able to develop actionable teaching strategies to engage with global trends and issues. Like pedagogical positioning, the integration of global teaching perspectives is molded by our lived experiences, which consciously or unconsciously influence how we teach curriculum. It is for this reason there is consistent debate regarding the definition of global teacher. However, for the purposes of this presentation, the definition we will be using is as follows. A global teacher explores matters of equality and justice within their context, whether local or global, and gaining tools and strategies for incorporating these issues into their future teaching practices. Unpacking our definition, we see an emphasis on equality and justice as two fundamental principles underpinning the global teacher. Exploring these concepts at the local level, opportunities for students to critically evaluate how Australia's democratic society functions for public good. Analysing equality and justice from a global context creates opportunities for the exploration of international cultures. In exploring these international contexts, the classroom can develop understandings of Australia's multicultural and multi-faith society while promoting inclusivity by developing students' understandings of broader beliefs and values. In my eyes, today's educational landscape has progressed to incorporate global perspectives, recognize and respect cultural diversity, and facilitate teaching strategies and safe learning environments that cater to the diverse and individual needs of students. The role of the teacher has shifted beyond instructional to community leader, determining the climate and culture of the classroom. In this way, the global teacher serves as a modern foundation for a well-functioning education system. As teachers, we are now expected to develop the skills and dispositions in students to navigate a globalized world. In practice, this can be seen through the utilization of culturally responsive teaching, with the integration of concepts and ideas within students' life worlds, and then asking students to use critical thinking. The next factor in the development of intercultural is the intercultural conversations and partnerships. This can happen in two ways. First, with the establishing culturally safe spaces. Secondly, by providing students authentic opportunities to work alongside peers. The final area of competency is developing authentic assessments for students. This is achieved through evaluations and the development of skills like critical and metacognitive thinking, as well as reflexive practice. Within the institution, we can implement global teaching through teaching and learning. It is essential that global teaching is holistic, including a range of subject and topic areas. Historically, the global perspective is only invoked within the humanities subject. However, it is important to understand that the global perspective relies on the independence of all subjects. Global teaching opportunities also reside in the adoption of pedagogical framework for global learning. Educators must adopt pedagogical approaches that promote pupil voice, critical engagement, self-reflection, and the development of safe spaces to express ideas. Opportunities for global teaching also reside in the external environment. Engaging with external providers such as NGOs who work directly with pupils, train teachers, or work to enhance whole school approaches to global learning. Alternatively, external providers in Australia like First Nations representatives provide students with experiences in unknown contexts and also prioritize minority voices in the classroom, leading to enhanced cultural awareness. An example of global teaching at work is the following civics and citizenship lesson. Students create meaning of the Australian government levels as they apply the responsibilities of these levels to their daily lives. This knowledge is a core building block of the Australian political system and the conceptual basis for developing knowledge to a broader political context. In support of this, academics contend this is an appropriate form of assessing civics and citizenship curriculum and developing global teaching. This is because the key learnings of the lesson form foundational knowledge needed to engage with more complex ideas of international real-world contexts of social justice and political representation. Now, looking at a point of inquiry, some things to think about are, how do conservative political agendas influence curriculum, and how does this limit the implementation of global teacher? Does this also impact Australia's education or the views of Australian education abroad? The next kind of question I'd like to put forward to you is, as educators, how do we facilitate teaching strategies that support the implementation of globalized perspectives while accommodating differentiated practice, making sure that students with disabilities aren't left behind? In summary, as previously stated, a core component of Australia's educational landscape is the continued development of teaching practices and curriculum content. In this way, being a competent global teacher is responsive to a globalized world, one that has shifted the practice of teaching from instructional to a community leader, determining the climate of culture of the classroom. From this, we see the pivotal nature in which global teaching and its adoption in schools helps progress the teaching profession within Australia and the international community at large. Thank you very much for watching my presentation. I hope it was informative. Have a lovely afternoon or a lovely day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.